What's poppin'? It's DJ Miss Jetson, and you're here with the Red Kool-Aid Podcast YouTube. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Look, let's get straight to it because it's a sad day in the culture. Yesterday, we did lose Nipsey Hussle to senseless gun violence. We talk about this all the time. And before I get into that, I really want to just send my prayers to his family and literally send my prayers. I really have and will continue to pray for his fiance and his children and his mother and his father and his siblings and just everyone, all of his loved ones. I will continue to keep them in my prayers. I will hope that you guys do the same, man. I'm just sending love their way, positive energy as much as possible their way. It's just really sad to lose someone like him in the culture. So before I go any further, like I said, I just wanted to just send my respects to the whole entire family. He will be missed, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. If you haven't listened to Nipsey Hussle's music, go back and listen to it. It's amazing. It's dope. I personally said you can probably go back and check out some of my old work. I said that Victory Lap was the best album of 2018. I think a lot of people said that. It was cool to see Cardi win the Grammy, but I would have loved to see him win that, and especially now. And that's just truth. That's just how I feel. But if you haven't streamed his music, go check it out. Go purchase it. Buy it. All of that. I also saw that he owns his masters, so go stream that to help his family out. You know, stream the music, listen to the music. Good energy, positive vibes all the time. He always spoke positive things to these youngsters. We always talk about the OGs and them giving good advice to the kids and the young boys coming up in the game and the industry and whatnot. He was one of those who did that. I watched posts yesterday from a lot of the youngins who would say he would give them advice, tell them things, tell them to, you know, stay out the streets and do their thing. I've watched old clips of him before he really blew up to be who he is today, talking about all I want to do is purchase land, purchase businesses, purchase every, you know, he was really smart. He was a smart guy, man. The Dr. CB documentary that was coming out, you know, and it should still come out. I don't, if it was done, if it wasn't done, I'm pretty sure that they could put any finishing touches that he may have wanted to it. So really, I'm saying all that to say is Nipsey Hussle was just a positive guy, and it's just sad to see this have to happen. Now, what I really want to say is F the dude, whoever did this to him. And everyone's like, man, another tragedy, another senseless shooting. Yes, it is another senseless shooting. But what has to happen is let's not just forget about this in about a week or two, or just, you know, and then rock our rest in peace Nipsey shirts and all of that and not continue to have this conversation. I'm going to say the same thing I said about Meek Mill when he was locked up and everyone was going hard for him for prison reform and everything. I said when he does get out and all of this is over, which I know he's still fighting that case, but when it's all over and whatever, you know, continue that fight. Continue fighting for that because it's more than just you. We got to keep these fights going. I'm saying all of that to say this. We have to continue to keep the fight going. We cannot just stop. And when I say the fight, we can't be outraged just when black kids are being killed by police officers or white men. We should always be outraged. We should be outraged because we should be even more outraged because this is a black guy who shot another black man and we don't even know why. A lot of times, unfortunately, when you go back to your hood and you're doing things, a lot of times it's just because of pure hate. The fact that he's just hated that he's doing good in life. And people are like that. And a lot of times we don't know who did this, what happened. But I'm going to tell you this. If it's someone close to him, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, man. And it's just sad to see. It really pisses me off. We got to start continuing the conversation about us killing each other. Period. We got to this is the perfect time for us to have that conversation. Everyone always likes to bring it up when it's a police shooting of a black man or it's a white man who shot a black man or something like that. And we always have this conversation and you always have them few people who want to bring up the black on black violence or just the violence period in our communities. This right here is the perfect time to have that conversation and keep that conversation and people really doing something about it. It's not going to really start with the kids. It's going to start with the adults, the older adults, should I say, 30 plus, 25 plus, or just you know, OGs who have knowledge and wisdom in this life thing that can teach you something. Got to start teaching these kids that a lot of this shit ain't cool. A lot of it's not cool. You know, I understand. I went through it. We go through stages when we grow up and we get caught up in certain things and doing certain, whatever, because of whatever reasons. But we need to start saying, hey, look, it's cool to have a brotherhood. I understand gangs. I do. But they don't have to be. We need to take that back to what gangs usually used to be. The original meaning of us putting gangs together. For protection of our neighborhoods. Not from each other, but from people trying to harm us. And just having a camaraderie and a brotherhood, a sisterhood. A gang, to me, outside of the violence and the drugs, if we can get rid of that, is nothing different from a gang than it is a sorority or fraternity. It's cool. It's a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family. But let's start doing things like having community events, helping other kids who are in bad situations to get out of their situations. We can turn this shit around, but it's really on us. It's really on us. And this is a conversation that needs to continue to happen in our community. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, man. It's sad that we have to lose someone, and it hurts. This one really, really hurts, Not that no other one does, but this one does, because it always hurts when it's a good dude who you see trying to make a change. He was one of the ones out there doing what I'm speaking about right now. Getting his hands dirty in his community, going back to the community, helping the kids. Look, I'm saying all of that, obviously, to say, let's keep this going. We want our community. We speak black excellence. We speak these things, and it shouldn't just be for you to hold on to, or my kids, or this and that. It should be our whole community. If we're gonna preach black excellence and we're gonna have that, let's really do it. I don't know why. It seems to be hard, but we need more community centers. We need more youth centers out here, and we need to get these kids back into some things that they can do, especially during the summertime. We're about to come up on summer. They're going to need something to do. And I don't even know how old this man, I think they said that the guy who did it is somewhere in his 20s. We need centers for even that type of thing, where we're talking about mental health a lot for the past year. Some of these centers need to have mental health. We don't know what no one is going through, why they feel the way they feel. Some people just don't get it. Some people are mentally just don't get it. And that causes hate too. Because then they start looking like, why can't that be me? And it's sad that our community is like that. Instead of being happy for someone and you doing you, and not only just the person being happy for you, but you reaching back up and pulling up. I mean, I get it. It's hard in certain situations. But if we teach each other better ways, it won't be hard. We won't have these horror stories of, man, I can't go get so-and-so to work with me because he don't know how to work, because black people this. I can't go get whoop-de-whoop to work for me because he ain't going to do what he's supposed to do, because he going to... You know how we dead all that? We got to start educating and teaching. Period. Or it's going to continue to be the same cycle. A few years from now, we're going to be continuing to say this, and it's going to be someone deep. It's just going to continue to happen. This has been happening since Tupac and Biggie. Rest in peace. Big L, rest in peace. And tons of other rappers. And not just rappers, just young black men, period. Saying all that to say this. Let's do better, people. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's not bury this under the rug after, this dies down. Because, people like to talk about things because it's trending. Let's not just have this don't feel a certain way because this is trending. If you really care about this, you really care about our community, and you really want to see us do better, and Nipsey Hussle will want that. To all of his fans and he will want that. For us to do better in our communities. Help these kids out, man. Help these young adults out. And let's try to figure it out. Nope, nothing happens overnight. We can't be like, we're going to look up and wake up tomorrow and everybody's going to be changed. It's going to take time, but it has to start somewhere. And we really have to do it if we're going to do it. And just stop saying it. We good at talking. But are we going to actually put in the work? Shout out to Jay-Z and Rock Nation, because I see them out here doing something all the time. Where they can help, they help. Even though it's just, it's in the industry or whatever, that's dope to see. A lot more of us need to get out here from whatever we can do. Not just celebrities, us regular common folk too. If we're in a position in life where we're doing pretty good and we know we can help or do something, we need to lend a helping hand. We just need to be more kind people, period. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. My condolences to his family. Prayers for Lauren London, his fiance, his children. Like I said, his parents, siblings. My prayers and my heart is with you guys. I really hope that they catch. I heard that they had one person in custody last night. We'll see what that's all about, I guess, as the day and the week goes on. But really, really, y'all, we got to do better, man. We lost a real one, someone who really, it chokes me up. Someone who really wanted to see our community do better, man, and wanted better for us. So, condolences to him, his family. God bless him. Rest in heaven. And that's it, man. It's the Red Kool-Aid Podcast YouTube. You guys look, like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.